Welcome back, everybody, to more Persona 5 Royal. I'm Savage Hound Dusk, and today we're going to awaken the remaining Phantom Thieves. And we're going to confront Maruki. I have a YouTube channel up if you guys want to catch all of my previous broadcasts. I have a Discord if you want to be able to visit and throw out suggestions for things I might be able to play in the future. If I can get a hold of them and if they're in my interest group. So, with that out of the way, let's get going. Last time, we discovered that Maruki was the source of the distortions in the world.
Shibuya. This is Shibuya.
Last time we mentioned that Maruki was kind of taking away everybody's ability to... Like, he was taking away all their hardships and all their traumas, allowing people to live pain-free lives. To Maruki, enduring pain is the ultimate form of suffering. And Maruki is trying to cure the suffering of the soul. But Maruki's methodology about that is very flawed, and we're going to showcase, or we're going to get into that as when we finally get to actually talking about, talking to him. Because the methodology that he's using is a little weird. Oh, welcome, Mr. Solaire. Bonjour. I do not have the best French accent at all. Welcome, Liz. I believe it's been a while since we've seen Solaire Vestora in here. Oh, wait. I know who that is, don't I? Yes, I do. Whoa. What do you mean you got scouted by that college? Whoa. Pipe down, stupid. It's not for sure nothing yet. Anyway, I'm just saying the school's gotten word of something like that. Oh, yeah, that's Jamie. Yeah, that's right. I knew I recognized that. Still, that rules. You even made it into that made it onto the podium at Nationals, too. I was worried about what would happen after you screwed up your knee, but I'm glad you were able to bounce back.
No way, man.
Aw, you're still jumping the gun with this. I'm just trying my best so I don't get laughed off the team by you guys. Ryuji is laughing happily with the other members of the track team. It seems this reality is the one that Ryuji wished for. Leon, what are you doing here? It's still winter break. Oh, maybe he stopped by to congratulate you too. Man, someone sure is popular. Is there anywhere you want to go eat after practice? It's our treat today. Oh, that's nice of you guys. How about that extra large beef bowl and some pork miso soup? Oh, man. Hey, why don't you come with us, Leon? Happening you can run now?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, but what's up all of a sudden? Do you like this reality?
What?
Do I like it? What are you talking about? Well, I guess I did do a hell of a lot of growing the last year. If it weren't for all that, I'd be a totally different person now. Wait, what? Ain't something wrong here? How do we know each other anyhow? First we met in front of the station by school, then... I'll be waiting for you.
Huh?
Sure. That emoji is so adorable. It's now or never! Here goes! Ah!
Whoa!
Whoa! The hell was that? You okay, Sakamoto? Yeah. What happened to you guys at the station? Nothing.
See ya!
Sorry. I gotta get back to practice. See ya. Seems all I can do now is wait. I am terrible at remembering names. I have to see them a lot before I remember them well. That's kind of one of my bad issues. Ryuji seems sincerely happy about being able to run with his fellow track team. But is this truly how things should be? I should check up on the other members tomorrow. You've been aired again. What do you mean? Oh! I mean, I can... I didn't know what to think when I saw that you got the entirety of the Dawn of War 2 collection. I'm sitting here thinking... Because... I mean, yeah, on one hand it's an RTS and it's not that difficult. On the other hand, I don't really know. I don't know how that particular RTS is.
Shibuya. This is Shibuya. Train doors are now.
She can't afford 40 day one. I mean... Yeah. Leon, what a coincidence. We were just doing a bit of shopping. But soon we're going to celebrate our dad receiving the Superintendent General Award. That's unbelievable. Come on, Makoto. You don't need to raise your voice over it. Remember Dad telling you to act like it's no... just act like it's no big deal? I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm just so thrilled for him. It's like he's finally getting the recognition that he deserves.
You're correct.
Well, I do feel the same way. So, what groceries do we need to pick up before we head home? I wonder what Dad would like me to cook. I made eggplant miso soup for your birthday. You had fried mackerel on yours, right? I can still remember how you pestered Dad about it until he cooked it for you.
Hey!
Sis! I didn't pester him. He asked me what I wanted to eat for my birthday. The two of them are beaming with joy. It seems this is the reality that Makoto wished for.
That reminds me.
That reminds me. Leon, what brings you out here? Sorry to keep you like this, by the way. It's alright. Are you sure? Well, that's good. You can't... Leave my hoarding alone. I carried that game. Jamie, why are you here? You don't socialize. You can't like Seth. You're so unsociable. Oh my god. Do you have a guy crush because you're both so rich? One who said the more I know this guy, the more I like him. What has happened in my chat while I've been trying to do this? Enjoying the family time? Hmm? Well, of course. You and Sai get along? Yeah, just as well as always. Even when she's busy with work, she's always at my back. I couldn't thank her enough for all the...
No, but...
Wait, something's wrong. Mom died, so Dad raised us alone. And Sis, I'll be waiting for you. Wait, what are you saying? But I'll be okay. I finally found a place where I belong. Ooh. I just... Makoto? What's wrong? Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's nothing. Sorry, Leon. We have more shopping to do. I'll see you later.
I'm sorry.
He has great taste in RTS games. Sorry about that. We'll chat again soon. I've always loved real-time strategy games. The more creative, the better. Command & Conquer was one of the first, like, true real-time strategy games I ever played. Plus, he loves ramen, too. Like, before I played Command & Conquer, I guess the very first RTS that I ever played was the original StarCraft and StarCraft Brood War, and then I felt like Command & Conquer was the first true RTS I played, because Command & Conquer is way harder than StarCraft. And I love both games, I do.
Hey, you have a minute?
We see Morgana over there is still kind of having a little self-crisis.
Shibuya. This is Shibuya.
I never got to play the original Warcraft 3, and I'm fucking soul-crushed by that. Because Blizzard took it off their damn stores for Warcraft 3 Reforged, and literally everybody I've talked to who's ever played the Reforged version tells me that it is the worst thing in the world to play. I played it in an internet cafe. Oh, wow. Futaba's an electric town.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Excuse me. Fuck you. Dinosaurs are awesome. Whoa there, Futaba. I thought you just came here to buy a video game. But, can't you feel it? All the limited editions and the gaming gear. It's the store's fault for being a one-stop shopping emporium for gamers. So, Mom? No, ma'am. Do you think I get supplemental grants with nothing but puppy dog eyes? Motion for additional funding denied. Oh, my case was dismissed. Huh? Leon? Oh, hey. Look who stumbled into us. Come on, hurry up and pick something already. You still want to get lunch after this, right? We can take him too now. Oh, what a thoughtful gentleman. Hear that, Futaba? Sojiro is gonna treat us all to lunch. Hey, don't go putting words in my...
Really?
Really? Then back to LeBlanc, people! It's curry time! You eat that all the time, though. That's because it's the best! You really can't get enough of that curry, can you, Futaba? I mean, she does have a point. Thanks for the glowing review. The three of them are all smiling at each other. It seems this is the reality that Futaba wished for. The reason why I really don't like what Maruki is doing is you may have noticed that a lot of characters behave very differently in Maruki's world. Sai Nijima never grew to resent her sister. So Makoto has this fake idealistic view that her sister was forever her, at her back and always had her in her thoughts, even though Sai, when their parents died, gradually grew to resent her sister for having no real responsibility by comparison to her, trying to raise her sister alone, trying to pay for everything in the house, trying to keep the house going, trying to keep the family afloat, trying to keep her sister's schooling afloat and up to date, and trying to execute all of her cases because her job as a prosecutor kind of consumed her life because she needed it. You'll also notice that Sojiro is behaving a little bit differently too. Not by that much, but there's some slight alterations to his personality. You'll notice that Okumura never became a distorted man in this version of reality. He's back to life, and he's somehow a completely good person. This is fucking mind control. Like... No one is banning my secretary. And my secretary is not banning her jerk of a boyfriend. But this is straight up fucking mind control. Like, he's altering their minds. He's warping their memories. He's warping their realities. Sure, he might be doing it to make their lives less painful, but if you notice, he's also taking away what makes a lot of our friends, what made them strong people to begin with, which was facing that suffering and that trauma, accepting that it's a shit hand they got dealt, but getting the fuck over it and using that shitty hand to teach them how to be better, to teach them to grow as a person, to be able to take the world on straight up and take people like that down, or be able to live on happily regardless and in spite of those kinds of people. Sound good, Leon? I know you know how awesome Sojiro's curry is. It goes great with his coffee. Yeah, Sojiro made it for exactly that reason. And Mom helped to improve its flavor, too. Huh? Something's not... Isn't this like a beautiful dream? What's that supposed to mean? What are you getting at? Is it a dream? No, but... I'll be waiting for you.
Huh?
I still don't get it. Come on. Why won't you just tell me? I won't let those distorted lies deceive me anymore! What was that? Are you alright? You two are getting a bit weird. Could this be a case of raging hormones? Look how serious they both got.
I'm okay.
It's nothing. Let's go, Mom. The curry can't wait. Leon's still got stuff to do, I assume. Well, see ya. Huh? Hey, Futaba! Don't just take off like that.
Time to head home.
Well, we're gonna head on back. Come by for some grub when you're done with whatever it is you're doing. Can you mind control me like Makoto does to society? It sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, it is a lot of work, but you know, you become a much stronger person for it, is what I'm saying. Futaba seemed happy being able to spend her daily life with both her mother and Sojiro, who she loves very much. But is this truly how things should be? My Twitch channel is not Christian. Because I'm not Christian. Used to be, but I'm not. Not anymore. It annoys me that the game doesn't let you fast travel here. And I think it's because the game wants to try and really sink in just how warped reality is because of what Maruki's doing. Because if you look around, you can see it in everything. You can see the warping and the color shifting and shit like that. But here's the thing. I lost like 6, 7, 8 days going to each friend and just kind of chatting them up once. And miraculously, after those very brief talks, it broke them. We only praise the Chaos Gods here. Alright, let's go talk to Yusuke.
What a coincidence.
Ah, you came too, Leon. I was just thinking about contacting you. Take a look. My mother's painting is finally receiving the public attention that it deserves. It's on display for this week only. So I'm glad we have this chance to view it together. I am truly blessed. I've waited so long to see this painting here. My drive to create a masterpiece of this caliber grows stronger every day. But thanks to my sensei's patronage, each day brings me closer to painting such impactful work. Nothing in the world could make me happier than I am at this moment. Whose patronage was that?
Indeed.
Why, my sensei, of course. Madarame. Even after Mother's passing, Sensei never stopped advocating her work to the public. Not only that, he took me in and cared for me when I lost my only family. I truly cannot thank him enough. Yusuke is happy. It seems this is the reality he wished for. I just had a wonderful idea. Why don't you come join us for dinner? Sensei's been very interested in meeting you. He'll even pay for the meal. Is Madarame a good sensei?
Yes.
Yes, I'd say so, but what's this about, so out of the blue? The Sayuri looks great there. The Sayuri? That's not the painting's name. No, wait, that seems... something's not right. I'll be waiting for you. What is... could I be making the same mistakes as I did before? To think that this painting was the source of Madarame's distorted desires. The only saving grace is that my mother won't know of what transpired. Leon,
My apologies.
Actually, I'm sorry, but I'd like to be alone for now. Really? What the fuck did my chat turn into while I wasn't looking? It's me.
I've uncovered a few things in my investigation this week, so I thought I'd share my findings with you.
What did you find?
First, regarding Maruki himself. He's been researching the treatment of patients through changes in their cognitions since his college years. You already knew about that, correct?
He told me himself.
Maruki's work apparently had enough investors that he was planning to break ground on a research facility somewhere. And as you know, those plans never came to fruition. His funding was cut off, and his research was ended for him.
Did something happen?
It's probable. However, we can't be certain of the reason why. At least with our current understanding. What was the purpose of his research into cognitive science? Doesn't it feel like there's more to the story? For example, maybe his research was stymied by someone else for their own reasons. Anyway, that's all I could dig up about Maruki's history. The only thing that's become clearer is his stance on using cognitive science. He's dead serious about saving people. He distorted reality itself to make his dream come true. I can only imagine how delighted he is right now. That reminds me. There was one more thing I wanted to tell you. About the reality Maruki's put us in. It seems that Okumura and Wakaba are both considered alive by all accounts.
They're not dead anymore?
They aren't mere illusions or cognitive beings. They truly are alive and existing in this world. In fact, their deaths seem to have never taken place at all in this reality.
So, for all intents and purposes, that's not a cognitive imitation of Wakaba or Okumura. Those are the actual people. Somehow, Maruki brought them back to life with his wish fulfillment persona power. What happened to Shido?
Shido was the only one arrested on the crime of attempting to overthrow the government. It seems the Phantom Thieves were causing a stir in this society as well. But there's no record of your arrest now. Basically, in this reality, you and I haven't committed any crimes. I don't understand how Maruki was able to distort reality to such extremes. But at the very least, he was being honest when he told us that he'd make such revisions, and rather convenient ones.
What do you make of it?
Remaining in this Maruki revised reality means living under his thumb forever. And I refuse to live like that. I'll be the one to choose my path. That's how I've lived up to now. And it's going to continue from here till the end. But what about you? You saw them for yourself, didn't you? Your friends seem to have taken a liking to Maruki's version of reality. Don't tell me you've changed your mind after seeing them. I see. I pray your answer doesn't change when we face Maruki tomorrow. That takes care of the info I wanted to share. See you soon.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Are you going somewhere tomorrow?
With Akechi to the stadium.
With Akechi? You guys are really hitting it off lately. Of course, that's not a bad thing. Hey, so, about what you said before, you know, that stuff about my happiness? Sorry, it's nothing. Good night.
Would you like to save your progress or go through that tedium again? Yeah, no, I'm saving. Thanks.
So, you came. Based on the look in your eyes, I'm guessing your friends aren't going to be of any use to us.
I'm sure they'll come around.
Oh, yes. Because I'm sure you're all just as close as you were before reality was changed. Well, there's no point in griping about it out here. Are you ready? As I mentioned yesterday, it's quite likely that we'll have to confront Maruki physically. If you're not prepared for such a contingency, then please go and take care of your affairs as quickly as possible. How about this? Now,
Let's go.
let us depart.
Excuse me, is, Whoa. Hey guys.
Looks like we've all had the same idea.
Are you here to speak with him as well?
Kinda. So, he's not here?
He left around noon. Said he was meeting up with Akechi.
Sojiro said if we need to talk about stuff, we can use this place for a while.
Cool.
You know, he asked me the other day, something along the lines of whether or not I'm okay with how things are. At first I didn't know what he was talking about, but as he kept going, his words started making my chest feel all tight.
I know what you mean. And ever since then, it's like something isn't right in my heart anymore.
I have no complaints about my current life. On the contrary, in fact. I am truly happy with it. So, in that case, what is this inkling of a feeling I have deep in my soul?
Perhaps that it's all
So
fake.
bad at figuring out this sort of stuff. Hey, do you think maybe we're all running away from something super important? I've been kind of wondering for a while now.
Like the
maybe
truth?
the reason his words hurt so much is because he's right. But I was too scared to admit that for some reason. That's why I pretended I didn't understand what he meant.
When I was speaking with him, I felt like I caught a glimpse of this mysterious sight. Something that shouldn't have happened, but still, I felt like I shouldn't turn away
That
from
hurt.
it.
Same here.
And myself as well. It seems that we really have lost sight of something precious to us after all.
That might be, but I'm so scared to remember what it is. If I remember that, I feel like my life as I know it is gonna end.
Oh, Futaba.
But even still, I don't want to feel this way anymore either.
Me too.
Guess that's it, huh? He was trying to tell us all something important, and I bet he's probably still working on it somewhere. Ain't no way I'm gonna bail on him just so I can keep running from whatever it is.
When I had that strange experience you all mentioned, I saw him and the rest of us there together. I want to believe the connection we share here is a genuine one.
Well, I know if we don't do something soon, we're gonna lose our connection with him. Don't ask how I know. It just feels like the truth to me.
I admit I am happy right now, but I just can't accept the situation as it is.
Here's the thing: the reason why all of them will lose connection with with the protagonist if they accept this reality fully and completely, and they don't walk away from it, is because my character will have never actually met them. Ren and Mamiya will never have met them because they will never have been traumatized. They will never have had to suffer. They will never have needed to become the Phantom Thieves. And they will never have needed their powers. They will lose their bond with me because we'll have never known one another.
I'm done with trying to escape my problems.
Huh?
Oof. Looks like reality just cracked. Again.
Well,
Yep. I saw that. Let's figure out where Maruki is first. I don't want to waste any time wandering about aimlessly. We encountered an information guide after going up that elevator. If he intends to welcome us in so graciously, perhaps we'll come across another guide soon. Before I forget, I suspect battles are going to get even tougher from here on out due to our lack of manpower.
If I must.
Focusing on our own abilities is fine and all, but depending on the situation, it'll be more efficient to team up. The combination move we pulled off before, that wasn't half bad.
All right.
Leon and Akechi's Showtime technique has been unlocked. Of course, that all depends upon whether or not you can keep up with me. Challenge accepted, Akechi. Damn it, Seth, that's twice you broke reality. That you know of. For all you know, I could have broken it a third time. And you've never noticed. He is right, though. I'm the reason that the reality just kind of cracked there. I think it was around here somewhere. VIP patients identified. We will now begin the grand tour. The auditorium is now open. The master awaits you there, with the patient you seek. Please enter through the door on the left-hand side of the entrance hall. Just as I thought. They're politely informing us of their location. That must be the door. Let's go. Yeah, I know more ways than just these two. Seth has broken reality. Oh, don't worry, I haven't obliterated the reality. Oh, by the way, they're welcoming us in. Why the fuck are there guards here, Maruki? You'd think they wouldn't be hostile to you, by the way. That would be a lie. Yes, they are. God damn, I love that!
Just trash, after all.
Akechi.
All right.
I'm starting to think Akechi might be my spirit animal. Just trash after all. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at these guys. These guys are garbage, and I am here to clean them out of business. Where's my curse skills? Wow, I don't have any wind or curse magic. What the fuck? Also, where in the hell is the Velvet Room?
These guys, curse attacks will really bring the pain.
They drain fire and they nullify ice, because that makes fucking sense. Oh look, it's a chimera. It's Cerberus on steroids, ladies and gentlemen. Good God, okay. This guy has some serious abilities. Bufudine, Maragidine.
Go down.
Those aren't low-level spells.
That one was too easy to knock down. That one was too easy to knock down. I live for this.
I love your sadism, Akechi. I really do. I shouldn't, but I do. Really? They resist, they reflect gunfire. That's interesting.
I love it.
You are Akechi. I don't know about that.
Okay.
I actually have friends.
The opposition is gone. Let's proceed. There seems to be a treasure chest.
Kit roasted Akechi.
I have something.
Why is there fruit here in just random places?
Looks like there's a safe from around here.
Yeah,
a
but
safe
you're
room.
also a psycho. Not yet. Nobody's hurt people
don't
that I
know what
love
may
in an
be waiting for
irredeemable
us.
manner yet.
Let us explore carefully.
To your happiness.
It's somewhere.
To your happiness.
Hey.
Bloody god. I didn't expect such hospitality in a palace of all places. They must believe we can resolve our differences peacefully. How absurd. Now, Akechi, don't spill the beans before we've hit it. Voltage converter. Do you want more of my backstory? Jesus. There's no doubt that Maruki is up ahead. Make sure you're ready. I haven't begun to fight.
Thank you for coming.
What's wrong with Sumire?
She's only sleeping. I've never had any intention of hurting her. Once her inner turmoil begins to settle, I'll have her remember her life as she wishes to live it.
The life that she wishes for, huh? Call it what you like. You're merely brainwashing people for your own satisfaction.
I'm wholly aware that some will interpret my acts that way. But if that self-satisfaction leads to the happiness of thousands of others, don't you agree that outcome is for the best? If I understand correctly, you went and checked in on your friends this past week. This reality is the one that they all wished for. Did any of them seem troubled by that fact? This reality is the true reality. All you have to do is recognize it as such. Once you do, you'll be just as happy as they are.
And if I
Didn't
don't...
you see it yourselves? Your friends don't just want to live these lives. They want you to choose this reality for yourselves and live happily too.
This reality. It was so sad when she transferred for her parents' jobs, but all's well that ends well. But thanks to my sensei's patronage, each day also brings me closer to painting such an impactful work.
Please, I want you to understand. For their sake, as well as yours.
I'm just so thrilled for him. It's like he's finally getting the recognition that he deserves. Really? Then back to LeBlanc. It's curry time! Oh, Father, is that jealousy I'm detecting? My friends want to stay in this reality. That doesn't seem right. I got captured in Kamoshida's palace, and that's when I met you guys. When we go to Mementos, I'd transform into a... But is that really true?
Well, it's time.
If I accept Maruki's offer, my friends and I will be able to live happily in this reality he's created. Or so he says. If we stay in this world, we really could lead happy lives, free from pain and suffering. But our memories will be distorted to allow for the new circumstances. There's probably no way to avoid that.
For the sake of Yoshizawa-san and the rest of your friends, I ask you to give me your answer.
I can't accept this reality!
Huh?
Negotiations seem to have broken down.
I see. It seems we still haven't reached an understanding.
I have never played Rainbow Six Quarantine.
You're not serious, right? Please, I'm begging you, Senpai. Please let me live as Kasumi.
Don't hide from the truth!
Why? This pain is too much. Why can't I just leave it behind me? Kasumi is gone forever, and it's all Sumire's fault. I can't live that kind of life. Please.
The
Don't
people
try
in the
to
back,
stop
that's
me.
so creepy.
If you do, then I'll...
Are you serious?
How stubborn. No matter what you say to her, I doubt she'll understand. I don't think we have a choice in the matter here. I could take care of it for you right now. But you'd prefer her to leave here alive, right? Just hurry up and end this.
Please. Don't make me do this.
Okay, I'm gonna point this out. Akechi is a complete psychopath, but you may notice he actually respects you enough to let you take care of her without killing her. Because if he had his way, he would just cut her throat and be done with it.
I can't stop this. I refuse to live as Kasumi's killer. Please don't do this to me.
Of all the things you're capable of doing, Sumire, beating me isn't one of them!
Go down!
Cendrillon!
Ah!
Please don't do this to me. I can't go back.
Oh boy.
Suki!
There.
Persona!
Oh boy. Ah, shit! I think I just died.
What?
Nope!
Persona!
I was really hoping she wouldn't crit.
Lakshmi! All right.
Please don't do this to me.
Persona! Ravage them!
Persona!
It's time.
You have to stop this!
You're mine.
Now!
Why are you doing this to me? Please, just leave me alone.
Face who you are!
This one.
Cendrillon!
Persona! There!
Please don't do this to me.
Oh, that's a problem. I don't know if that's going to kill her. If it doesn't, that's a real serious problem.
Calm down.
Please don't do this to me.
Okay. She can kill you if you're not careful.
Persona!
What she isn't... Here's the problem with what Sumire is doing. This isn't taking the easy way out. This is refusing to deal with it at all. Your sister's dead. She died in an accident. Maybe you caused it, maybe you didn't. But you can't run away from that. You owe it to her to face what happened. You owe it to yourself to face what happened. You don't get to walk away from someone who died.
Looks like you lost.
Why?
You need to stop.
Senpai. No. I can't. I can't go back to being Sumire.
That's the problem. She's not dealing with what happened between her and her sister. She's not dealing with her loss. She's not dealing with her grief. She is refusing to deal with it at all. She is living a lie, living on with her sister's name because she doesn't want to face what she may have caused. The possibilities of being responsible for the death of a loved one. That's a really deep, agonizing, and hurtful pain. I understand that it wouldn't be easy. It's not that I think that she, doesn't have reasons to feel like this. It's that her sister's dead, and pretending to be her isn't gonna bring her back. And running from that pain isn't gonna fix what you've done. You have to accept it. She's not accepting it. She's running away from it and trying to pretend it didn't happen. That's an insult to the person who died because of what happened. That's an insult to herself. You can't just reject who you are. That's not fair to her sister. That's not fair to her. Running away from reality doesn't fix anything. Sure, she's got a chance to change reality, but it's all brainwashing. It's all refusing to face the truth. It's all running away from hardship. Taking the easy way out often means making shortcuts, making excuses, taking a cut in ways you probably shouldn't. And people get hurt along the way. Maruki isn't just making her run away from her pain, he's making her run away from herself. And that is the deepest betrayal of all.
You saw it all for yourself, Senpai. It's my own fault that my sisters... Why don't you understand? Please.
It's not that I don't understand, sweetheart.
You.
It's that you don't get to run away from that. Stop playing victim and accept
give you
the
strength.
reality.
So you don't have to suffer.
Doctor.
Tell me, if you want your pain to end, and desire to live as Kasumi, I'll actualize it! Sadly, she has lost sight of herself. She's in pain. Now, be her guide, and together, escape from the nightmare!
What the fuck did you just do, Maruki?
I don't want to go back to my life in cinders ever again!
What the hell? This so-called kindness of his disgusts me. Let's do this quick.
I refuse to go back! I'm happy here. This is where I belong!
Quit making excuses!
I'll rescue you. The only way I know how.
It's gone totally berserk. We need to stop her persona.
I'll take that!
He's driven her persona insane.
It ate the smaller one? What a pain. We'll have to beat it before it heals itself again. Persona! Lakshmi! Go down.
Makoga!
I'll break them.
That should do.
I won't hold back!
Rude.
Persona! There!
Mabufudai! Found your weakness.
Go! Stay back. Feel my power.
Megidolon! damn it. Psi and nuclear.
Lilith! Go down!
Nope.
Feel my power! Damn it! There's no end to this. Just what the hell is this thing?
I refuse to return. I will never go back to being such pathetic, soot-coated garbage!
You can't tell? It's her refusal to accept the truth.
We can't afford to waste time on this shit! Here it comes!
I don't think so.
Who was that, I wonder?
Damn it, Skull. I told you not to rush in by yourself like that. At least it seemed to work out in our favor.
I knew you'd be here.
Our apologies for making you wait so long.
Is that
Akechi-kun and Dr. Maruki?
Yoshi's always trapped by... Why is her persona doing this? What in the world is going on here?
So much of this shit makes no sense, but we'll cover it later. We've got to stop her first, right, Joker?
That's right.
All right, let's get in formation.
This music fucking rules!
Leave the navigation to me. Let's push it back.
Unbelievable. Why did they come here?
Because they can't live in a lie!
Nice, Joker. Just at the last second.
Persona! You're mine.
I can't either.
Two enemies floored. Not bad, Joker.
Persona! Go down!
Nice one, Joker. You hit its weakness.
I'll break them. Persona!
I'll break you in half!
Persona!
Backing up.
Leave it to me.
I won't hold back!
That was awesome, Mona.
I will sing joy!
Lakshmi!
I appreciate it.
No time for thanks.
Thank you.
Feel my power.
This is my other self. Crush them, Kamususa!
Brave Blade.
I'll take that!
Go! Power up!
Persona! You're mine.
Knocked them right off their feet. Nice, Joker.
Go ahead.
All right,
Fox, taking
on to
over.
the next.
Let's go. Kamususa
Persona!
I am thou. Thank you.
Nice timing.
Oh god, she hit a catchy. Yeah, that's a problem.
Let's go. Stand down.
Oh, for God's sake.
My joy. Stand down.
It's time. There.
Ugh!
2 enemies floored. Not that. It looks like it's working. Just hang in there a little longer.
Do it.
I told you! It's futile!
Rose up again. It's payback time.
That should do it.
This is my other self. Die!
Bonus sorry about that. Persona! Ah!
Much thanks.
The way the healing works in this game isn't based on your maximum HP. It's based on the magic modifiers of the user and the persona. And yes, there is one for each.
Persona! Ravage them!
Knocked them right off their feet. Nice, Joker.
Go ahead. Fox taking over. Persona! Kamususano!
Persona!
I'll cut you to pieces!
Let's go. Crush them, Kamususano!
I can't
You
lose.
did it, Fox.
This is my other self.
I can hear them. The bells of midnight are tolling. Now, my dream won't be. The clock strikes midnight.
Yoshizawa-san!
You've all... I can't believe you've thrown away your happiness just to come here and... And how? It's impossible.
Why?
You're Dr. Maruki, right?
That's right. More importantly, why are...
Dude, what the hell's Doc doing inside a palace?
He's ruling this palace, is what he's doing.
What?
Not only that, he's the one who's generated this whole distorted reality. Isn't that right, Maruki-san?
All of this was done for your own joy. Our joy? That's right. I only wanted to grant your wishes. Each and every one.
Wait, you what? What do you mean? We never wished for anything like that.
Yes, you
Is
did.
that really true?
Huh?
No, never mind. So, you all intend to deny the reality I've created for you. If you want to fight me, then so be it. If you plan on changing my heart, that's fine too. But before that, I think there's still room for discussion here. Also, I believe taking care of Yoshizawa-san is more important than settling this issue right now.
Planning to run again?
We can get back to fighting if that's what you really want, but I think you're rather exhausted at the moment.
Yoshizawa-san!
It's time for you to
There's
face
still time.
the truth.
February 3rd. I'll hear your final decision on the 3rd. If your views can't align with mine by then, we'll have no other choice but a physical altercation. As much as I would loathe that, I still can't give up what I've started. What I swore I'd do, on the day I lost everything that mattered to me.
I've lost his reading.
I want to pursue him, but I doubt that's even possible right now.
Let's get out of here. Yoshizawa's gotta rest anyway.
Yeah. This has to end.
I'm still just as shocked as I was when we first came here. The navigators returned to our devices. A palace is visible in our own reality.
Does this mean reality's broken right now or something?
Yes.
Something to do with Dr. Maruki anyway.
Hey,
Yes.
how much do you already know about this stuff?
I should tell them what I know so far.
So Dr. Maruki,
He altered our reality to make our dreams come true?
This is all too much for me to handle at once.
Apologies for the interruption. Mind if I interject?
That's right, Akechi.
There's no reason to be defensive. Had I wished to kill you all, I would have simply done so already.
He's helping. For now. Akechi's not our enemy.
So you're not here to fight us?
I've already put our feud behind me. Not only that.
Morgana has self-actualized himself back to the way he was because he refuses to live in a jaded lie, even if that lie is full of honey. He won't deny reality. He will not deny the truth of his existence just to make himself a little happier.
Since he and I both refuse to accept reality as Maruki sees fit to make it, we currently have the same goal.
So what you're saying is you're using him.
What about the rest of you? Considering how you were all living your ideal lives in that other reality, until you decided to come here, Maruki seems to be telling the truth about taking your happiness into consideration. While his heart is distorted, he is quite different from the adults whose hearts you've changed so far. Now that you know his intentions, I'm most interested in learning whether you still plan on fighting him or not.
What do you mean?
I'm up against someone with the power to distort reality as we know it. The more allies on my side, the better. If we all share the same goal, shouldn't we join forces and improve our odds? I'll be going now. Be sure to consider my point.
Hey! Hey!
No.
Jeez.
Consider his point.
Yoshizawa, are you alright?
Are you okay?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry that I caused you all so much trouble.
No, you don't need to apologize.
we should probably go our separate ways for now and discuss it at a better time.
Yeah, tomorrow we can... Oh yeah, third semester's starting up tomorrow, right?
I guess we're going back to school, huh? We still don't have any idea what we want to do from here on out, though.
We've got time. Maruki said he'll wait until February 3rd before... Let's really think it over before making our decision.
I've already made my decision, in case you haven't noticed.
Yo, welcome back. Huh? I didn't know you guys were out together. Wait, what's wrong, Futaba?
Hey, Sojiro, is Mom?
Mom? You mean Wakaba? Well, what about her?
Nah, it's nothing. It's just I happen to remember something about her, that's all.
I see. Okay, then. You know, I caught myself thinking about her earlier, too. Odd coincidence, huh? Well, I'm gonna head home for the night. How about you, Futaba?
I'm gonna stick around a bit longer.
I see. Don't stay out too late, all right? The place is all yours. You've got school tomorrow, too, so get to bed at a reasonable time.
Mom really is gone again. Sojiro sees it that way too now. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you what happened before we came to rescue you. We all ended up here at the same time after you left for Odaiba.
was that? Wait, you're...
What the? Oh yeah, that's right. Why were you human, Mona?
Yeah! You're supposed to be a cat!
I am not a... Oh wait. Yeah, I guess I am a cat.
That
How did we never realize?
You know, we've got more important things to do than sit around here and figure out what happened to us.
I love this game.
That's right!
You said he was headed to Odaiba, correct? And with Akechi-kun? We need to find them.
Exactly.
Once we got to Odaiba, we spotted the palace. You know how the rest goes. You were fighting this whole time, weren't you? While I was just bumming around town without a care. I'm sorry. Deep down, I always suspected something strange was happening. Something wrong. But being with my mom was so much fun, I stopped trying to figure it out. But I totally snapped out of it thanks to you. I'm all good now.
It's okay if this is painful.
Yep, no worries. I'm fine. What? School's tomorrow, right? You better not stay up late. You might end up oversleeping.
Well, fucking welly, well.
Let's try to get some sleep.
There's a giant fucking Spartan in my damn chat room. I love both of these goddamn statements. Oh my god, the game lets you be an asshole no matter what. This time.
What?
Look who you're talking about. How can I be anything else? Sheesh. All this trouble with Yoshizawa and Maruki. We've got nothing but problems now.
Yep.
For now, we should all meet up at the hideout. We gotta recap the situation and hold a strategy meeting. Quick, catch him! I've been trying to wrap my head around all this and it's just not happening. I can't think straight at all. I can hardly blame you. I'm still so confused myself. Either way, I think we've all earned a bit of rest. Maybe a good night's sleep will help us all calm down. You're right. Certainly, the combat has tired us out. As well, we could use some time to decompress. And on that note, good night! Well, we're gonna need time to figure all this out. Either way, we can think about this tomorrow. For now, we should go to sleep. Make everyone happy, huh? But even so... Anyway, let's think about it tomorrow.
It's been quite some time.
Lavenza! We're back in the Velvet Room!
We have finally succeeded in reaching you.
What's going on?
You have been imprisoned once more. This time, not by the god of control, but a different entity, one who's bound you through your future. However, you held fast to your free will and believed in your bonds, allowing your friends to regain their own realities. You are on the verge of grasping a potential reality once more. Our meeting again now, within this place, is proof enough. It seems the time has come.
What do I do now?
We are merely beings who provide aid to humans as they carry out their will. You must be the one to determine the path and actions to take.
Who's my chosen waifu?
If the rebellion still thrives
no,
within
it is
you,
not Solara of
then
Astora.
we will surely meet again.
Actually, I intend to romance Sumire.
Lady Lavenza told you that? We ought to tell everyone else that too. Let's all meet up after school.
Good morning. I'm sorry. I can't believe what I tried to do to you two. I genuinely cannot apologize enough for what happened.
No, you can't.
Oh, come on. There's no need for that. More importantly, how have you been?
Physically, I'm fine, but mentally, to be entirely honest, I'm all mixed up.
Are you okay?
My memories are still pretty fuzzy, and I haven't really processed everything yet. I'm going to need a little time to myself to think things through. I have to figure out what to do with myself from here on.
Take your time. What the fuck? Spartan, I don't romance men. I don't know if I've told you.
Time's up.
No, that's not at all how that works.
Man.
Do it for the vine. Oh, hell no. Is everyone rested up?
More or less. My mind was racing so much that I passed out before I even realized it. Same here. I think I've sorted through my own thoughts, but I'd still like to hear everyone else's take.
Let's meet at the hideout.
Sure thing. We'll come to the hideout right after school then.
Gotcha.
Cool. I'll be waiting for all of you.
Hey,
We definitely need to update everyone about Lady Lavenza. And cook up our plans here on out, too.
Do not embrace the
We
gay
have to
side,
choose our
Seth.
own path.
Consume you at will. Oh my god, what has this turned into in my chat room? Oh, bloody fucking hell. I don't have enough drugs for what I'm witnessing in my chat room right now.
Akechi had mentioned that we needed to determine what we'll do from here on out.
we can't accept this reality, but that means we'll have to fight Dr. Maruki, right? That's right. We have to confront Maruki and steal his desire. In a way, it's business as usual for us.
Dr. Maruki is an adult with a warped desire, but that desire's just a wish for us all to be happy, right?
I admit, it's nothing similar to the desires we've seen in the likes of Shido and Kamoshida. The Phantom Thieves only change the hearts of evildoers. Dr. Maruki is quite different from our past targets.
Well, I think we already know what we gotta do. Haru's right. Dr. Maruki ain't a shitty adult at all. There are probably plenty of folks out there living all happy in this reality. Who knows? Maybe Dr. Maruki is actually doing the right thing. But we all still feel like this reality's wrong, right? We decide what's right for ourselves. That's what we all agreed on when we went after him in the palace. If changing Doc's heart fixes our reality, then I'm gonna do it. So somebody say something?
Sorry, I was just thinking about how right you are, Ryuichi.
So we're going to change our target's heart not to reform society, but to acquire the reality we believe in. That doesn't sound bad at all.
Then it's unanimous.
Well, that means our next step is pretty clear.
Jesus Christ. Get back in the palace.
Right. Maruki said that he'd be willing to fight if we are too. It's safe to assume he's expecting us to infiltrate his palace.
That reminds me. You know that, Reality bending stuff? Why is Doc able to do that anyway?
I've been wondering the same thing. Even if he was the top cognitive science expert, that wouldn't be enough for him to do all of this.
If we're going to fight Maruki, we'd better dig up some more intel on him first.
Good day. This is Lavenza speaking.
Lavenza?
Huh?
Your will of rebellion has reached new heights. We would like to aid that will, if you find it agreeable.
That'd be helpful.
Wait, how is she even calling you?
And how'd she know how high our wills are? Did she tap your line or something?
Her timing was just too perfect. Maybe she actually did.
I have performed no form of electronic surveillance whatsoever.
Apparently, she can hear you.
There's something I wish to tell you regarding your current situation. However, I'm reaching the limit of my communication ability with this method. Let us meet in person tomorrow.
Where?
It would be best for me to select a location considered easy to reach by all parties. Therefore, let us convene at your school.
At Shujin?
Wait, she'll be at the school? Lavenza will?
In that case, I'll see you tomorrow.
She hung up.
Is she really gonna go to our school? Just walk through the front gates like nothing?
I'm not sure what to make of it. But since we've determined our goal and Lavenza's offered to help us, I'd call that progress of some sort. All we have left is whatever we discuss tomorrow at school, plus whether or not we're going to team up with Akechi.
I feel I should apologize for literally everybody who watches this video in the future for what they see in chat.
Considering what he told us, really does seem like we share an end goal with Akechi, but...
Well, I think we ought to team up.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Are you sure? Dr. Maruki's strong enough to change reality itself.
I'm pretty sure they will because I already have a chat box in this area.
Plus, if he does betray us again, we'll just take him out too.
I guess that settles that.
Let's all meet at Shujin tomorrow. I'll take care of figuring out how to get Yusuke and Futaba in the school.
I appreciate the effort.
Huh,
Thank you.
That's weird.
All right, let's head home for now.
It's visible. That's strange. I don't know. I might have to work on that later. Oh, God. So, do you think Lavenza will make it to school? I hope she doesn't get lost or anything. Yeah, don't you think it's a bad idea, her wandering around in that getup? That's true. Hopefully no one gives her a hard time. If someone does, you better come up with a good excuse for her, Leon. I'll handle it. What do you even say? Your options are kind of limited as a transfer student. Was that a fourth wall break? Just say she's your little sister or something. At any rate, I'm certain she would reach out to us if something were to go awry. That's true. We can put our faith in Lavenza. Agreed. Let us know if anything changes, Leon. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
No, I really don't ever take a break. Except for when I take breaks. Hey. Sorry. It's nothing. Doesn't seem like nothing.
No.
I was just remembering what happened that night. You remember, right? The night before we went into the metaverse to Mementos to erase it? Before we dealt with Shido?
Hey!
Remember how I said I'd finally found a place where I belong? Even though I said that, and really believed it,
I still fell right into Maruki's hands. I know I've made it obvious how much I want to be human. More than once, I thought it would give me a chance with Lady On, but what I did was just so lame. I can't believe I was off having a blast while you were busy trying to help us. But you came back. Well, yeah, that's true, but I mean, that was just the right thing to do. Now that I think about it, you've been helping me from the very beginning.
Except for the moment where I kind of blew you off like a dickweed in the first 2 hours of the game.
Hell, I was locked up in a prison when we first met. I'm nowhere near cool. You don't have to be cool.
Right.
Well, that's true. And after all we've been through together, there's no point trying to act cool in front of you.
Listen up.
Know what? I'm going to make you a promise right now. From here on, I'm going to be more independent. I just kept relying on you for everything because deep down, I thought you could figure everything out for me. But that's all changing. I'm going to stand proud on my own 4 feet. And I'm going to be the one to protect you. I promise I will. And the first of our third awakenings. I've discovered a new, my original power.
All right.
Morgana's persona Mercurius has transformed into Diego.
Okay.
As if his cat form gets opposable thumbs. You're a dick. Time to serve Maruki his just desserts. Anyone who tries to pull one over on us like that is asking for it. Let's do our best.
Right.
Right. Sorry again for all the hassle. You and I are going to be even greater partners now.
Let's turn in for the night.
Well, things are going to get hectic starting tomorrow. Let's call it a night. Majestic Presence. Miracle Rush skill. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care for Miracle Rush. The primary reason why I legitimately don't even want to equip it is largely because it's a physical combat skill and Morgana is just not about that physical combat really at all. But I guess what I can do with him is I guess I'll get rid of Diarahan. And then if he needs it, he has it. Aww. I've only got a half hour left, Liz. I swear to God, you two. Alright, that's fine. Go get some sleep. You can catch up on the stream tomorrow.
What is the answer?
Hey, wait! Seriously?
I'm pretty sure Shogatsu is about the sheer number of Shinto gods. Oh god, is it the 8 million? Yeah, it is the 8 million gods.
That means...
This is it.
Correct.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because Shinto is a religion where literally everything has a soul and a spirit of some kind. Get a laser pointer to see if Morgana will go after it. We call them Yaoyorozu. Yaoyorozu. No, Yaoyorozu no Kami. Or the 8 million gods. Though that number is not meant to be taken literally. Yaoyorozu is essentially shorthand for myriad gods, an uncountable number. This is actually completely true, by the way. Shinto has a ridiculous amount of gods, and if I ever play the original Nioh for stream, I will be able to show that off. I don't know if I'm going to, because I love that game to death, but I don't know how good I would be at actually playing it for a stream audience. I adored the first Nioh game though. Nioh 1 is amazing.
Nice
Nioh 2 is a different animal. Does Shinto apply to Black Myth Wukong? No, Shinto is Japanese. Black Myth Wukong is a Chinese legend. Totally different cultures. Black Myth Wukong is a Souls-like take on the legend known as Journey to the West. I haven't played Black Myth Wukong yet either, so.
As for myself, be sure to order some jelly.
Unfortunately, I can't say much on it.
That's...
Hello, Lavenza. Actually, I don't think that's Lavenza, but I do think that's going to guide me to Lavenza.
Hey!
Making fun of me?
Oh!
Oh! Yes, yes, Morgana. Shut up. I'm following the fucking butterfly. I want to buy Black Myth Wukong. I'm told it's fucking fantastic. It's just like my dream. It even showed up in your dreams. That's strange. Well, never mind that. There's no point in thinking about that right now. Let's get inside the nurse's office quickly. Black Myth Wukong was also gypped at the fucking Game Awards.
Lady Lavenza.
Oh, it was Lavenza.
Hello. Thank you for coming.
Have you played Sleeping Dogs? I did play Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs was funny as fuck. That game is basically a spiritual successor to a game series that started out with a title called True Crime Streets of LA. And it's funny as all fucking hell. Sleeping Dogs was a fantastic video game. Oh my god, I love Sleeping Dogs. Thank you for coming.
I see. Exchanging common expressions upon meeting like humans do, it has a rather pleasant feeling. But that is irrelevant. Let's turn to the matter at hand. As I told you yesterday, there's something I wish to tell you. But first, please gather your other friends here.
Here? You want to meet in the nurse's office?
This place is filled with the cognition of bed rest. Maintaining my existence in a reality controlled by someone like Maruki is no simple feat. But the exhaustion that it induces is limited by this place's cognition, so I may converse with you all in person here.
I have no idea how the fuck Maruki could afflict your ability to exist in reality. Of all the things that I have seen in this game, that probably makes the least amount of sense.
I see.
A game
Let
called
us continue
Kenshi.
this conversation once everyone involved has convened. Until that time, I will provide my eyes.
It's ringing a bell, but I can't remember specifics. I don't think I've touched a game like that in a long time.
Lady Lavenza?
Oh, she fell asleep.
I guess we should get everyone in here.
The robot PlayStation game is okay.
Infiltration success.
I'm rather surprised no one took notice of us.
Sandbox RPG and
Considering
strategy.
how I don't have an adequate excuse for the school to approve your being here, we're lucky it went as well as it did.
As long as you maintain an air of confidence, you can fool just about anybody into thinking you belong. I must say, though, I hadn't expected you to actually reach out to me for something like this.
Well, it's just as we said before. We've accepted your offer to work together.
Now's not the time to let personal stuff get in the way of
Oh,
our goal.
it's an indie
But
title.
if you ever betray us again, we'll make sure you
Swordpunk.
regret it.
All right, then. That's no concern of mine anyway.
No, I don't think I've played that
Remember
game.
what I told you all before? We share a mutual interest. Until Maruki is defeated, we have a deal to uphold.
It appears that everyone's arrived.
She looks
Does this
so
mean
tired.
You're ready to begin?
Ain't that our line?
Tell us what you know.
Yes. I wished to speak with you about the circumstances that led this Maruki to alter reality as you know it, as well as the true nature of his power.
You know all of that?
I'm with Solaire on that one. Which
I
fucking
admit there
Dynasty
will be a
Warriors?
degree of speculation involved, but only to a
I
small
started with
extent.
5, but I have played several of the
First,
series.
I will explain the situation with the
And
current
Samurai
reality.
Warriors, both of which
I
are good.
believe that
Warriors
Maruki
Orochi is a
has
good
altered
series
the
too.
cognition of the masses. In other words, it's thought that the alterations he's made are the result of his meddling with mementos.
He changed mementos? How is that even possible?
I really have to ask how the fuck he changed mementos, because last I fucking checked, I erased mementos! Isn't it gone though?
Wait, don't forget about our experience with the Metanav and Maruki's palace. Seems like this kind of thing has a habit of sticking around despite our expectations.
Mementos is the cognition of the masses given form. If that man is truly capable of controlling individuals' cognitions, and that man were also to gain access to mementos,
I think Dynasty Warriors 5 and its Extreme Legends expansion were probably the peak of Dynasty Warriors if I was to call one. I think Dynasty Warriors 8, I think it was, or was it, I think it was 7 or 8 that I played, told the story of the 3 kingdoms and the Jin dynasty in perhaps the best light, though, in terms of story content. But I think 5 was the peak of the series because 5 let you create an officer, 5 had Destiny mode and a whole bunch of other different time attack and game modes. 5 had decent customization, particularly for its time. It had really cool ideas with the series, and it was actually where the voice acting started to stop sucking and start actually be decent.
It would be no surprise that he could impact everyone's cognitions and affect reality itself.
Pretty much all of the Dynasty Warriors franchise can be attributed to hack and slash genre games. However, what I like to call them is their own little subgenre. I call them the Warriors titles because essentially it's not just about hack and slash. You are leveling entire fucking armies when you play those games. If you have killed less than 150 enemies in a map, either the map was incredibly tiny and story-focused, or you were really going out of your way to not kill people.
Could he really have done all that? I mean, it's assumed that Dr. Maruki has the power to control cognition, right?
Exactly. That man's controlling of cognition. Let's see. Why don't we refer to his power as actualization? Most likely, that actualization is a power unique to a persona. In other words, this man named Maruki is...
He's a persona user?
That's impossible. There's no way to have a persona and a palace at the same time.
If I were to recommend a Dynasty Warriors game for you to play the Dynasty Warriors series, like if you're new to the franchise and you want to get into it, my biggest recommendation would probably be DW5 on PlayStation 2. I understand how hard that game would probably be to get a hold of now, but DW5 is probably one of the best ones to just jump into the series from, particularly if you can get its Extreme Legends expansion, and I have both of them, and I could show that game off one day. However, Dynasty Warriors 8 probably tells the Three Kingdoms story in the best way, in my opinion. If you can get Dynasty Warriors 8, play through all of the story modes to all of the kingdoms in order of Shu, Wu, Wei, and then play the Jean storyline. Because that will give you the most full and complete story of the series, and it's really fucking good to do that. Like that game, Dynasty Warriors 8, tells the story of Dynasty Warriors incredibly fucking well. It tells the Three Kingdoms story in one of the best ways I've ever seen. It's still a little cheesy and over the top because it's Dynasty Warriors, and it's obviously not perfect, but the voice acting is great, the cutscenes are great, the gameplay feels amazing, it's just good. And if you want to experience the Romance of the Three Kingdoms story told in a Warriors series, I would argue that 8 definitely does it best. Yes, the Dynasty Warriors is specifically based off of a novel series known as The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. And it was part of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms is a dramatization of the historic Three Kingdoms period of ancient, or Three Kingdoms era of ancient China. The character that you're probably thinking of is Lu Bu, who fought against Thor in Record of Ragnarok, Odyssey. And that is a recent anime that was made. And yeah, that version of Lu Bu wasn't actually too far off. But Lu Bu was also a raving douchebag.
Determining when Maruki first
Lu Bu's a colossal asshole, but he is like the warrior to beat in ancient China.
There's no doubt that he was making use of his actualization, although he may have only been doing so subconsciously.
I can tell I might have to play Dynasty Warriors for the channel.
He's using a persona
at some point
in the
now.
real world.
So his ability to make Yoshizawa-san think she was Kasumi-chan.
It was most likely through the use of actualization.
Still though, even if we assume that Maruki has unique persona abilities, such as the case with him and myself, we still need to determine how he used that power on Mementos as a whole, rather than a single individual.
Right. Even if there were some kind of power that could affect Mementos, it's on a whole other level from what we've seen so far. A single person just shouldn't be capable of all that.
That's true. Changing reality just by thinking about it isn't something humans do. It's something that, like, gods do.
And what if he became such a god?
What? The god of control.
Indeed. The being in Mementos that you all defeated was a false deity that the masses deludedly clung to. It is easy to conclude that Maruki simply took over the false god's position when it disappeared.
Took over his position? What do you mean? So you're saying society thinks of Doc as a god now or something?
Now, the Phantom Thieves are the ones who gained the masses' support after defeating this so-called god of control. So it would follow that the masses would turn to the Phantom Thieves next as their savior. In that case, why did they instead turn to Maruki, who did none of the work the Phantom Thieves did?
The masses were invested in the Phantom Thieves, not Maruki.
Wait, you what? What do you mean? We never wished for anything like this. Is that really true?
It's most likely because...
We chose Maruki.
What?
After we defeated the god of control, we wished for reality to be like Dr. Maruki described it. And it happened?
I don't remember doing any wishing with you guys and Doc. I mean, when would we have even had the chance to?
What about our counseling?
Yeah, that's kind of about the time I really started to get into Dynasty Warriors, was my mid to late teens. I played a lot of Spyro the Dragon as a kid. And Crash Bandicoot. You can't change the past, but you want to keep your chin up and press onward. Is that the gist of it?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, it'd definitely be better if none of this had happened at all, but... Well, no matter what path you might have to take to get there, I hope your track dreams will still do you some good in the end. Thanks.
Looks like you all walked right into the spider's parlor.
Yep, we walked right into his web and we didn't even know it.
There's no way of knowing how many of those situations were intentionally orchestrated by that man. However, the result is still the same. A desire for his actualization was seeded within your hearts. Thus, I have no doubt that it was your own desires that led to their actualization.
Spyro is an excellent series for people who want to be able to wander around and enjoy an imaginative and colorful series of worlds. My biggest recommendation, if you want to get into Spyro and you have never played Spyro, please purchase the Spyro Reignited trilogy. That is how you should get into Spyro. It's got gorgeous fucking graphics. It's a wonderful recreation of the original 3 games that made Spyro fantastic. All 3 of them are very fun to play. They're beautifully crafted, they're extremely colorful, and they won't hurt you at all to play. They're just a wonderful game to indulge your inner child with. I absolutely recommend the Spyro Reignited trilogy. It's a perfect recreation of the original Spyro experience.
So this is all our
and
fault, huh?
for the most part, it has almost no glitches and is just an overall upgrade on the original experience because it feels so much better.
We're the ones who told him the
So if you've never played Spyro and you want to give it a try, I recommend please first look up gameplay and then pick up the Reignited trilogy if the Reignited trilogy appeals to you. Yes, there is a difference between that trilogy. That Spyro trilogy I like to call the new Spyro trilogy because, and I have played those games. Those games are good too, I don't recommend playing the DS Spyro game in that trilogy because it's very basic bitch, and I've played it, and the DS title just, I'm sorry, it didn't feel good. Yeah, it's also a little confusing. The puzzles to it aren't very well thought out. But the first game, Spyro: A New Adventure or A New Legend, or A New Beginning, whichever one it's called, with Elijah Wood, pick that game up. It's a good recreation and reimagining of Spyro, and it was really fun, and I enjoyed it. The sequel to it, where you play as both Spyro and Cinder together, absolutely pick that one up too, because that's a really good game. Both of those games are very good, and they're their nice own little thing. I don't know which one is more followed. I know Skylanders is the series that got milked the most of Spyro, but I never got into Skylanders. To me, it looked like when they redesigned Spyro for that series, it looked like Spyro ate a fucking gremlin and it somehow didn't agree with him correctly. And I just never got into the design ethos of it after that. I don't hate Skylanders now, but Skylanders to me just wasn't my Spyro. But the Legend of Spyro series and the Spyro Reignited trilogy, those are two fantastic ways to get into Spyro if you've never been able to get into Spyro. Let's put an end to this.
Right, let's fight. If this is our own fault, we've got to be the ones to fix it.
Yeah, Spyro hasn't really had any
none of
games
what
in
we
his
must do.
series added on in quite a while, and I'm kind of sad for that, because I love Spyro the Dragon. He's one of my favorite old video game
very
icons.
Unstable condition currently. On the day that the God of Control fused mementos with the real world, the merging was undone through your efforts, and the two worlds are now attempting to return to their initial states.
So, what you're saying is this world has reverted to a state where the fusion with mementos hasn't been totally undone. That explains why Maruki's palace was visible in Odaiba.
Even as we speak, Maruki is still influencing this world in places where its boundaries are blurred. As
Oh,
slow a
Taz the
pace as it may
Tasmanian
be,
Tiger.
He still continues to actualize the world of the masses as a whole.
I have
Should
heard of
this
that series.
continue, reality shall merge with mementos once more. The two worlds will again become one. When that happens, anyone trapped within the actualized world can never again awaken to the original one.
So yeah, inevitably, the way Maruki's going, he's going to make this a
issue
permanent
goes beyond
reality.
the masses as well. Although you are all Persona users, it would be next to impossible to defy Maruki in a world completely under his control. To be clear, once the two worlds conclude their fusion, there will be no chance of your success in this mission. And I believe this fusion will conclude in 1 month's time.
We only have a month.
If memory serves me correctly, February 3rd was the date Dr. Maruki gave us, right? Could he have possibly chosen the time limit based on when his actualization will be completed?
It's possible.
If that's the case, we don't got another choice except to steal his treasure by then.
We'll need to secure our route to the treasure by the 2nd so we can send our calling card. Then, on the day of, we're most likely going to have to fight Maruki.
Allow me to produce the calling card. This is certain to be our final card. I'll pour my heart and soul into its creation.
Be that as it may, there are still some unsolved questions.
You mean the palace's ruler?
Right.
What's the deal with the palace's name? Doesn't seem to affect the app's functions, but
That must also be a product of Maruki's cognition. He most likely learned that you could somehow infiltrate the metaverse.
What Maruki wants to do is create a world where nobody has to suffer hardship, but he's essentially forcing everybody to live a lie by living their own self-actualized wish, or at least his actualization of what he interprets your wish to be. And the problem with that is that he will remove the ability to grow from struggle and learn from it. his inability to allow people to succeed or fail on their own merits will consume this world, and they will instead just live stagnant. You know, you'll be content forever, but you'll never really achieve your dreams either, because if chasing your dream is the thing that causes you to suffer because of how hard it is on you, then he will actualize you just giving up your dreams. Like, say your dream was to become a famous game designer. If trying to do that was hurting you, then what he wants you to do is give up on that dream and have another one.
As long as he permits your existence, your method of infiltration will not entirely disappear either. However, in his heart he must have feared you would learn his identity as the palace's ruler. Perhaps such a feeling took the form of hiding the ruler's name from you.
But in that case, why didn't Dr. Maruki just actualize us out of existence entirely?
Maybe he wants to save us.
Maruki told us he wants us to accept his world. It may be hard to believe, but since we mutually benefit from his actualization, maybe he really does want us to submit.
Sorry, even if it does fix shit for us.
I don't know. I've never
I just
seen
can't
We
accept the
Happy
world getting
Few, so
treated
I
like
couldn't
that.
tell you what
Let's
the hell
start
that
the
is.
infiltration tomorrow, yeah? And you? Sound good?
Oh god, they made a Star Wars version of
You're willing
The
to
Force
ask
Unleashed.
me
That
as
sounds
well.
on the DS.
Duh, dude.
Or a DS
the fan
version
thieves
of The Force
don't act
Unleashed.
unless it's a
I
unanimous
feel like
vote.
the DS just isn't a console capable of,
Fine,
of
then.
giving that
You
game
know, I
its
have no
its
intention of
dues.
accepting Maruki's world anyway.
And that's so.
Yeah, the PS2 version and
What about
the
Yoshizawa-san?
Xbox 360
not have
version are
summoned
probably
her
the
as
best
one of the
versions
Phantom
of The
Thieves.
Force Unleashed.
This definitely involves her as well. Maybe we should fill her in on our situation once she comes to terms with her own. What she does with that information, though, that's up to her.
Right.
If that concludes matters, I shall continue to watch over you, Trickster. Please show me the path that you choose for humanity.
I won't let you down, Lavenza. Sumire.
I just...
Guess we might as well close up for the night. Hey, once you're done
That was
washing you
Sumire
can go
who
ahead
was
and call
listening
it
in
a-
on us.
Welcome.
Yoshizawa?
Have a seat. She's here to see you, right? Now, don't worry about finishing up. I'll take care of it later.
Thanks.
Sorry for coming over so late. And thank you for the coffee.
Anytime.
It's delicious.
Would you mind if I...
So, Lair,
Got
you're a man
something off
after
my
my own
chest.
heart.
Thank you. So, to tell the truth, I saw you all go into the nurse's office today, and, I sort of eavesdropped on your conversation.
About Maruki?
You've all found the paths you want to take, and are following them with such confidence, whereas I'm simply... Like Dr. Maruki said before, I ran from the truth. I couldn't handle the fact that Kasumi died because of my actions. My memories are still a bit hazy, but even when I remembered that I'm really Sumire, I didn't want to accept it. I was still running from reality, where Kasumi is gone, where I had to live for Kasumi instead of as her.
Do you still want to run?
No. Like I said earlier, I realized something when I saw you all striving to push onward. I can't keep running like this, but now that Kasumi's gone, I have no idea what to do with myself. Senpai, what should I do?
You have to decide that, not me.
You can be awfully firm sometimes, Senpai, but you're absolutely correct. I must thank you for allowing me to unload all of this onto you. I'm still not completely sure what I should do, but I plan to think more on it. I've got to figure out what to do with my life now.
I know you'll make the right choice.
Let's reform society.
Rewriting reality. I would never have thought such a thing possible. Not only that, but this palace is ruled by a persona user. How does that make any sense? I know god modding when I see it. At this point, he basically is a god, right? This shit makes Shido look small time. We need to come up with a plan. That's a good point. We should meet up tomorrow. Sounds good. Speaking of which, how should we contact Akechi-kun? I guess we should let him back in the group chat, right? Yep, that'd be quickest. Agreed. Alright, I'll take care of it. Thanks. 1 month to go, huh? We better come up with a plan. That time is gonna go by fast.
Let's do it.
Thank you all very much for watching. That's going to be the end of the stream for today. I've been Savage Hound Dusk, and tune in next time when we face off against the man who would be God.